With the PlayStation 4 Pro, Sony looks to step into new territory by offering a mid-cycle higher power version of its successful PlayStation 4. On paper, the PlayStation 4 Pro certainly has the credentials to significantly enhance some existing and future PlayStation 4 games. Hello, I'm Neff, and today we're going to take a look at the differences between the original PS4 and the PS4 Pro. The most obvious difference is the addition of an extra layer onto the console. Physically, the PS4 Pro packs a lot of potential in relatively efficient space. The additional 1GB of DRAM and the second GPU and the extra power required to feed it don't add as much bulk as you imagine, or from how it looks in pictures. It is significantly heavier though, by around 30%. The main difference is resolution. Where the original PS4 is limited to a maximum for 1080p, the new PS4 Pro can go up as high as 2160p, or 4K as it's more commonly known. In terms of rear connectors, the PS4 Pro is nearly identical to the standard PS4, aside from the addition of an extra USB 3.0 port, which should be pretty useful if you're planning on hooking up a PlayStation VR, since the headset takes up a USB port when it's plugged in. An extra USB port is an excellent inclusion, since the PSVR brings back the Move controllers, which each need a USB port to charge. Unlike the new, slimmer PS4, the PS4 Pro does include an optical audio output on its rear like the original launch PS4. The final difference between the ports on the back of the console is the HDMI port. While the original PS4 had an HDMI 1.4 port, the PS4 Pro has an HDMI 2.0 port that allows it to output at 4K resolutions. Important to note is that you don't need to upgrade your HDMI cable to take advantage of 4K. The internals are where we see our first major difference from the original PS4. Both consoles share an AMD Jaguar 8-core CPU, which has seen a 30% boost in clock speed from 1.6 GHz to 2.1 GHz. Meanwhile, the GPU has seen a much bigger performance increase. Its power has been doubled and its clock speed has been boosted from 800 MHz to 911 MHz. In total, the GPU has jumped from 1.84 teraflops in the launch PS4 to 4.2 teraflops in the PS4 Pro. This bump is in order to accommodate the new 4K functionality. The Wi-Fi of the Pro has also seen an upgrade to include 802.11 AC and a Bluetooth bump from 2.1 to 4.0. Both of these upgrades were also seen in the new slimmer PS4. The Pro also has an additional 1GB of DDR3 RAM, which will be used for non-gaming apps to free up the faster GDDR5 RAM for gaming performance. This is the big one. The main reason it's worth making the jump from the original hardware to the PS4 Pro, the PS4 Pro supports 4K output, as opposed to the standard PS4 Full HD 1080p resolution. When it comes to streaming services such as Netflix, this means that the console will be able to play movies and TV shows in their maximum resolution. Games are slightly more complicated because it will be up to developers to decide how they want to use the PS4 Pro extra muscle. In terms of loading times, the PS4 Pro offers a small improvement over the stock PS4. But if you're looking for a boost in loading times, then you'll see more of an improvement if you upgrade your PS4 with an SSD. Introduced in the PS4 firmware 4.50 Boost Mode, it's a feature that allows PS4 games that haven't received a PS4 Pro patch to receive a performance boost from being played on the new console. So far, the exact content of the benefits aren't fully understood, but a digital foundry analysis has underneath performance boost of as much as 38%. Titles tested including Assassin's Creed Unity, Battlefield 4, and Project Cars, all of which saw substantial performance increase when running on the Pro, despite not having a Pro patch available. The PS4 Pro is a substantial step up from the PS4. So should you buy the PS4 Pro? Well, if you don't have a console at this very moment, then the answer is yes. But if you already have a PS4, then there isn't likely anything on the PS4 Pro that will be worth the extra money, except for the bigger hard drive. So should you make the upgrade from your existing PS4? The answer largely depends on if you have a 4K TV or plan on upgrading to one in the coming months. If you are, then the PS4 Pro will have a lot of visual benefits. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I see you in the next one.